And then after this, like, I hope they never do this again. Because it just causes me way too much anxiety. Like, I don't want to deal with this stuff.
Hey, welcome to Super Social Club. I'm Jeremy.
This is Whiskey Rant 6. I'm Rob.
Welcome to the Whisky Rant Podcast.
It's a little crusty.
It's frustrating.
And it's going to be a little bit of a rant.
I don't understand it. I don't know why.
Some sort of injustice.
Anyway, end rant.
Hello and welcome back to the Whisky Rant Podcast. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Rob.
And tonight we have the newest Kilkerran 16 sitting on the table. We're going to drink it. We're going to compare it to last year's. One interesting thing is that the color is so much darker, but is there more sherry in this new one?
Yeah, so we will go through the specs on both of these in just a second. Just wanted to kind of share with the audience that, you know, every once in a while we have a live audience. Mm-hmm. So we have to figure out ways to do videos in between this huge Canadian whiskey tournament that we've been doing because, you know, it's been a huge ordeal. So we got to figure out ways to pay Silent Bob in whiskey.
Yeah.
To convince him to come and bottle all of our samples, which is a pain in the butt.
It's a job.
All right. So, you know, thanks to Silent Bob. He is the silent producer on this channel, but he also does not get enough credit.
He has a little cardboard sign that he holds up that says "Will work for whiskey," and we are like, sure, yeah, come do the grunt work.
Yeah.
But we need to have it someone third party because it's blind. We can't do it ourselves.
Of course, we can't do it ourselves.
We can't do it,
and we can't afford to pay somebody.
No,
so we're kind of stuck somewhere in this gray zone. But yeah. I digress. We are doing these two Kilkerran 16s, one from 2024, one from 2025. The reason why there's a bottle difference is there was a shortage of the stumpy bottles that Springbank uses for Hazelburn, Longrow, Springbank, and Kilkerran. Although the other three are a different distillery than Kilkerran. Kilkerran is out of the Glengyle distillery, the old Springbank distillery.
Sure, all under the Springbank umbrella. So
Same
what
umbrella.
did they? When Kilkerran first started releasing product, they used the skinnier, taller bottles.
They were using this bottle, which I wish they would have actually stayed with because I feel like it kind of separates the two distilleries. You kind of get a better feel for a different brand.
Yeah.
In the 2024, which is the lighter in color, it's, I'm going to mess this up now, 10% rum cask, 20% sherry cask, and 70% bourbon cask.
Okay.
On the 2025, it's 60% bourbon cask, 40% sherry cask. And it's pretty dark considering it's only 40%.
Yeah, so obviously maybe they're thinking they're using a little more first fill sherry on this release. This is an interesting thing about what Springbank does. And actually, when we were talking to Billy Walker, he had mentioned this as well. It's like we're not trying to match a profile.
Right.
We're trying to release the best whiskey we can at any given time.
Yeah.
Springbank, obviously notorious for every single one of the releases year to year as being a little bit different. Sometimes you'll get port cask influence. Sometimes you'll get more sherry, more ex-bourbon. Kilkerran obviously doing the same thing here. So yeah, interested to dive into these. Both 46% ABV, non-chill filtered, no other color.
Yeah. Honestly, I got to say right off the hop, just on the nose alone, when Kilkerran is using a heavier amount of sherry, especially Oloroso sherry, they just really shine.
Yeah.
It's like their bread and butter, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. It's what really makes their distillate stand out.
Now, would you say that Kilkerran is more similar to a Hazelburn? If you had to like pick,
I think it's most similar to the Springbank line.
Yeah.
Because it has that peat. I'm not exactly sure the amount of distillation. Like I know, you know, half of Springbank's distillate is 2 times distilled, half of Springbank's distillate is 3 times distilled. Then they blend that together to make the 2.5 weird, funky way of calling it 2.5.
Right.
Hazelburn's 3 times distilled. Longrow is 2 times distilled. So I'm not sure about Kilkerran. I'm assuming it's probably 2 times distilled. That's my guess.
We'll put it in the comments when we're wrong about things. Kilkerran 16, price point. What are we paying for these nowadays?
So I got this from BSW, and I paid full pop because it's one of those bottles that falls outside of my promo code 15% off. So it was $150.
Okay.
This one I got from Liquor Lodge, I think last year. And it was about 130 to 140, but maybe a little bit more with shipping and whatever else. So call it about 150.
I thought these bottles were like pushing 200.
Yeah, no, they're always in and around 150, maybe a little bit more, 160.
Okay.
But about that. Actually, I've only sipped the 2024 so far, and on the palate, it actually drinks a lot better than on like you would expect from the nose. Not that the nose is bad by any means, but I just don't expect it to be so sweet and like honey forward.
Yeah, I have a bottle of this, and I did not know that they actually had a touch of rum cask influence in here. But to me, this reads more like tropical fruit on the nose.
Yeah. Maybe that is where the rum cask is coming through, right? On that palate.
And then on this year's, it's definitely more robust.
Yeah.
Sherry style.
The nose just blows the nose from 2024 away, in my opinion.
And one thing that like Kilkerran has sometimes we've criticized Kilkerran releases, especially the 8-year-old cask strength, the sherry ones, is that you get that sulfur sherry. This I don't pick up anything. Do you? You're a little more receptive to that.
On this particular Kilkerran, I don't get any sulfur whatsoever.
Right.
Which this reminds me the most of that first sherry 8-year-old cask strength that they released. The one that everybody went nuts for. It was absolutely insane. Same bottle. Probably a couple shades darker than this. It reminds me of that kind of sherry forward note. And the other one it reminds me of a little bit is that old sherry 15-year-old single cask that you had.
Oh, that was delicious.
That was phenomenal. That was the best Kilkerran still to date that I've ever had.
I would probably put that up there as well.
Right.
That series was great when they global release where like each market had their own single cask.
Canada got the bourbon cask.
Right. Yeah.
we got stuck with the bourbon cask.
I mean,
it wasn't bad.
It's fine.
Comparatively,
it's fine. We get it.
Yeah.
We're not the biggest market, but we are enthusiastic just like everyone else. I would say that actually this Kilkerran 16, it seems like it's not as heavy.
No.
It seems like it's a little more elegant.
It's a little dangerous, actually.
It is
drinkable. It's an easy drinking, kind of super easy pour and play, but lots going on too. It reminds me. So I said this I don't know if I said it in one of my 2-minute long, 10-second re-reviews or Fresh Pops or whatever it's called, but I think I compared this to the Springbank 15 because it kind of has all those flavors, that like silky smooth. I know smooth, people hate hearing that, but like that just zero heat, nice like velvety like texture.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not what I expected. I expected to come in here and drink like a borderline sulfur bomb.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's very elegant.
It is, yeah. It's really nice.
And the color is deceiving. The color is deceiving on it because more mild than the sherry.
It's more balanced than the color makes you perceive, I guess, right? Yeah, I mean, they're both excellent in their own right.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I've always leaned sherry, especially when sherry's done the right way. And this is definitely done the right way.
Yeah, these are both great. I mean, it's a bottle for what you're feeling. Yeah. The honey note on the 2024 is great.
I think the only thing, for me, the only drawback on the 2024 is the nose. And it's not bad. It's just something's not jiving. It's like...
You're right. The palate does outperform the nose, which is not always the case. I think that the majority of the time...
It's the opposite.
When you nose a whiskey, the nose is really giving you more than the palate delivers.
Yeah. You know those like notes that get stuck in your head that are from your childhood that aren't necessarily off-putting, but something that just you grew to dislike because of that, whatever it was. Like, you know, it was your grandmother used too much honey in one of the desserts that she made, and they just kind of made it too much, or like something aromatic that kind of bothered your stomach in the morning, or something like weird.
For me, it was that has it for you.
Yeah, it's like that, like breakfasty, like overly sweet breakfast that, I don't know, in high school, I don't know if it was like because I had a fast metabolism, just bothered me. It's just I wouldn't make it like I don't know. It just puts it sends me back in not a good place, which is weird.
I have those memories too. Not relating to this whiskey, but like licorice all sorts. I remember like that tin was really gross to me.
Okay.
And then there was like a Danish sugar cookie, perhaps, like a blue tin cookie that I thought it just smelled terrible to me.
Yeah, and and sometimes it's just even the tin itself.
Yes.
Right. It's like the smell combined with the tin and the. Yeah, like
it probably had lead in it.
Yeah, lead, whatever, formaldehyde.
Yeah, that's right.
All kinds of crazy stuff that they used to put in our systems in the 80s and 90s when they were experimenting.
Yeah, I mean, very solid. Both of these really, really nice. And I thought these were more expensive, so actually, like, very well priced for what you're getting.
I agree. I mean, listen, there are faults. Like, Springbank has its faults. And we've talked about this before on the channel. For whatever reason, they have such a wide, like, berth. We give them lots of opportunity to make mistakes because of how good their distillate and how good their whiskeys can be when they hit the nail on the head. You know? And I think the 2025 is a prime example of that. I do like this 2024.
I do as well.
Right, I do really like it, and it's a well scored whiskey for me too. Like I'm gonna score it well, but this is I don't know, it's another level.
I mean, the finish on the 2024 is longer than the finish on the 2025.
It's also I was gonna say that this has been opened probably 6 months longer, if not more. Right?
Does have an effect.
So when I first opened the 2024, I was like, there's nothing really bringing me back to that. Like, I'm not really that interested. Whereas this has just been open maybe a week.
Yep.
And I'm stopping myself from pouring that regularly because it's that good.
There you go.
But yeah, I agree. I'm still tasting the 2024 after that last sip.
Yeah, you're right. Like if that 2024, if the nose just didn't have that weird kind of note to it, I mean, I'm thinking it would win this head to head.
It would definitely. I mean, it still challenges it. There's gonna be people that prefer this 2024 over the 2025.
Honestly, I think I'm preferring the 2024.
Yeah, and you know, rarely so.
The only thing maybe is like you're right. There's something on the nose that's just a little off, but like man, the palate and the finish is so great.
Yeah, I think for me, if I'm sitting with a whiskey and I'm giving a whiskey a high score, I need to be able to nose it for 80% of the time that whiskey is in my hand.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the thing, right? So you're sipping the whiskey in a half hour, you know, 1 dram. It takes you a half hour to drink 1 dram if you're just like chilling, not doing a review, whatever. In that half hour, you're really sipping maybe 5 minutes of it. You know what I mean? So the rest of that time, you're nosing that. It has to be a good, like that nose has to be what's drawing you back to it, in my opinion. Right? Because, I don't know. A lot of people don't think, like they say taste is king and all these different things, but at the end of the day, nose might matter a little bit more.
I mean, it definitely matters for sure, but how many times have you nosed something and you're expecting those notes carry over to the palate and they just don't, and then you're way more disappointed in it.
True.
You know?
That happens too. But again, if like you're accounting for time spent, there's an argument there too.
I mean, you're right. You don't want to hold your nose and drink. Like that's not what this it's not what this kind of drinking is for.
We're probably being a little. You're not gonna have to do that here. Like it still knows as well. It just there's something about it that doesn't like, you know, it gets better as you have it open as well. You know.
Yep.
But the nose on the 2025 is bonkers.
speaking about like Springbank and stuff, jumping ahead, the newest Springbank 10 Sherry Cask series is the Fino.
Cue the anxiety run.
Yeah, are we gonna have our radars on full fucking power to find one of these?
We're gonna do our best. The thing, like, this is the thing, man. Like, the times have changed. Stores have their guys now. Like, every store has their guy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy if I can get one for sure.
Yeah.
And then, like, I know we can probably line up samples at, like, KWM or something like that. That, like, they always do their lottery, so...
Yeah,
you know.
KWM is very good about that.
But you'll get to try it at least.
Mm-hmm.
I just bought, actually, a sample. Did you buy one of those sample sets from...
I didn't, no. Just because I was like, oh, how am I going to get it?
Yeah, so apparently... I don't know. Yeah, that's always the issue with KWM. Otherwise, I would use them a lot more often.
Yeah,
but
having to get like a third party, someone to ship it is
It's
not
tough.
always convenient. So
and it's expensive.
yeah,
But yeah, we at least we know we can try the new one. It's getting a bottle, which is going to be tough.
but you know what? If I can get to try it, because for me the Fino it was the most intriguing because Fino sherry matured stuff. Like I've had some epic ones from different distilleries, and I'm just super excited to try this one because I don't think I've ever had something that Springbank's done with Fino cask before.
I want the whole set. I need all my Pokemon. on this
Yeah.
one. I have to catch
I
them
mean,
all.
it would be a great blind to like really be like,
Yeah.
this is the best of the five.
Do you have any open still?
No.
I only have the Amontillado open. Like we
Yeah.
finished that PX. What was the second one again? The second one was maybe Silent Bob remembers.
Bob needs to figure that one out. I don't. Yeah, what was it?
It was the one that my bottle broke and we never got to actually like enjoy one.
It wasn't
Oh, Paulo Cortado.
Cortado.
Yeah,
That's right.
should have known that one. Yeah, so yeah, I need to have all of them though. Like I need to I have trade bait for those last two if worst comes to worst. Like I've already kind of lined up trade bait for it
Yep.
just to make sure that I
Mhm.
can have the whole set. But
Yeah.
and then after this, like I hope they never do this again. Because it just causes me way too much anxiety. Like I don't want to deal with this stuff. I really don't.
Like, please, we don't need this.
No,
Yeah.
I don't need that in my life.
Only release stuff that you can get to every single person
Yeah.
that wants it.
Like, if you want to do something special, do it to the Springbank Society Tried, Tested, and True fans. Everybody's hating me right
Yeah.
now. Unsubscribe.
No, I got the worst amount of hate for Springbank Society because I did a video on like, hey, join Springbank Society. And as soon as I released it, they closed the membership.
That was crazy, though. What timing was that? Like, that... It didn't even make sense that they were going to do that. Like, how many members do you think Canada has in the Springbank? Like, what, a couple hundred?
Yeah.
Not a lot.
No, like 200 maybe.
We have... I just put it back over there. You had a chance to try it for the first time. That Longrow 26, like super super dark. We'll do a review on that eventually, but that one was a cool release because I mean you knew you were gonna get it because of the price. Like not everybody's gonna buy that bottle, but they released it in half bottles and full bottles.
Yeah, and the oldest long roll they've ever put in a bottle before, right?
Is it? Was it the oldest ever?
Oldest ever.
Oh wow.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, because Springbank has obviously a lot more
Yeah, but
expressions
under like
that
the
are older.
long row line, I think it's the oldest age stated stuff they've ever put out.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, you learn something every day. Should we score these bad boys?
Yeah, we should definitely put a score on these.
Okay, what are you scoring the 2024?
Yeah, 2024. So you're right. I feel like it loses a couple points on the nose, but those points are regained on the palate, and especially on the finish. The finish on that is really, really nice. And it reminds me of like elements of what I got in the very first ever Kilkerran 16 release, which I thought was great. Yeah, this is I gotta go 89. 89 out of 100. I think it's fantastic stuff. Really, really good.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a fair score. I'm gonna go 88. I think it's excellent. It's it's right up there for me as well. And the nose does get better. It gets better as you drink it. It's better now than it was when I first opened the bottle, and it will be better as we work down this bottle, right? What about the 2025?
It's like going to be like an annoying score, but I'm the same thing. I'm 80, 89 on this one as well. I'm scoring both of them the exact same. And I think that this one, the marks are on the nose. You don't lose anything on the nose. And like then the finish and the palate, excellent as well. So yeah, they're both really enjoyable. They're both different. They both offer different things, and they're both equally as good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 89 as well. I think honestly, like it's up there. Some of the best whiskeys I've had this year. Which I didn't think. I mean, it kind of always happens. October, November, you kind of have your best whiskey months, and then you have to pick your whiskey of the year. And it's
we're getting
all
down to
these
it.
whiskeys in the last 2-3 months always end up on the list, and it's like everybody's thinking, oh, it's probably just
recency bias. Yeah,
but then like we literally go back and look at all our scores. And okay, well, if these all scored a 88, 89, 90, then they're in the pot, and then you kind of revisit them and decide, right?
Yeah. Yeah. What did you think of the OSWA's Whiskey of the Year? Back to Springbank 12.
Springbank 12. Yeah, I mean, the problem with opening it up to the public, and this is always going to be the issue, and you can't fix it. And there's nothing wrong with the voting system as it is. It's just what's going to always happen is Springbank 12 is always going to be there unless something crazy comes out.
Yeah.
And Aaron 10 is always going to be there.
Yeah.
And Bunnahabhain 12 cask strength is
strength.
always going to be there. And that's okay. These are all great whiskeys, but I don't know. How do you rectify that? You can't.
Yeah, that's a good point, because like the way that it is like obviously we and a lot of other whiskey people put up nominations. Those get narrowed down. Everyone's not putting up. There's not enough people doing like different releases to make the nomination stick, and then once it goes to the public, they're probably voting on stuff that they've tried or they think is good. So
my thing is this: like, there's not a lot of people out there. And there's a lot of whiskey people, but even in the whiskey people community, they're always going to go with something tried, tested, and true. They know they're going to love. They know that it's going to give them that, optimal, pleasant experience. So they're not willing to, like, veer from that as much as we are, because we're doing reviews. And rightly so. Like, I don't blame them. They're spending money. They don't have to put out a review. They want to drink something, and they have something on their bar that's reliable. The problem with that is now they're judging based on a much more narrow lens than we are, because we've tried 50, 60, 70, 80 whiskeys a year, right? Yep. So that's kind of the issue here. Yeah, ultimately, that's no one's fault but the fact that, we're able to try a ton of Canadian whiskey, a ton of American whiskey, a ton of Scotch, Irish, and not everybody's getting that opportunity. So, they're going to go back to their bar, see that Bunnahabhain 12-year-old cask strength, see that Springbank 12-year-old cask strength if they're lucky enough to get one that year. See that Aaron 10, which they're always able to get, reliable bottle. Yeah. And they're basing their votes off of that. And I don't blame them at all. There's nothing you can do to fix that. There's no one in their right mind that is going to spend as much money as we do unless, money's not an issue for you, right?
The Springbank 12 this year, your thoughts? It was another great one.
Springbank 12 doesn't miss.
They really don't.
I don't think I've ever had a bad Springbank 12.
No.
Not even like a mediocre Springbank 12.
Yeah.
The 18-year-old, I've had some bad ones. Bad for Springbank standard. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Still like a solid 85 out of 100.
Probably, yeah, exactly. The 15-year-old early on, maybe I had a baby palate back then. I'm not sure what it was, but I've had some ones that I wasn't crazy about. But I haven't had a bad Springbank 10, 15, or, well, 18. The most recent 18 that I had, I wasn't in love with.
I wish they would get more crazy with the 12 and do like more like rum cast stuff with it, more port cast stuff with it.
They did some cool things. It was like a couple years of like Bordeaux and like some other like cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They do have to go back to that.
Like, let's make it way different every year, you know?
They were way more willing to put out different types of releases back, like I would say like early 2000s, mid 2000s.
Yeah, they experiment with like the older, like the 21 is, I feel like that. Like that went through times where it's like we're putting really random stuff in this release every year, and it made like great results.
Yeah, pre-COVID, they had some cool releases that we haven't seen in a long time. Like that Springbank 17-year-old that was like Madeira rum, and remember that one?
Yeah,
it was like a blue label, I think. Yeah. And then they had those long grow Chardonnay casks.
Oh yeah.
Those are cool. Mm-hmm. They had some really cool stuff. I hope they get back to that.
I think they will.
I think it's hard for them just because they already received so many people with like death threats at their door because they can't get their liquid and they're very upset about it. You know, everybody's really upset.
Well, I mean, look at the comment sections of our videos on a Springbank review. Yeah. It would be like, I can't get this. Why are you even talking about it?
Why are you doing this review?
Sorry.
It doesn't make sense.
Sorry.
Yeah. The best comment I've had in a long time was my most recent Macallan 110 proof video, and the guy's like, why would you buy that garbage? Anyone that drinks OB 12-year-old Macallan, doesn't matter the ABV, doesn't know what they're doing, they're obviously not experienced. I'm just gonna drink old Macallan liquid is far better. That's why I'm drinking this signatory 13-year-old. I'm like, dude, when was that bottled? You're drinking distillate 1 year apart from the same distillery. So you literally just contradicted everything you just said. It was hilarious. I was like, okay, I get your point. Drink independent bottler Macallan. That's definitely good. I'm sure it's great. But you're trying to say that the distillate's not the same anymore, but you're drinking a 13-year-old that was bottled 13 years ago.
Right. And like, what did he pay? He paid within a couple bucks of probably what you paid for that.
Yeah, not far
110
off.
proof.
The 110 proof is $120 American.
120 bucks American. And the time, like, you know, that's what, $155 Canadian.
Plus tax, this, that, whatever.
Okay,
it gets up there. But
even if you call it 175,
I
bet you he paid 175 for that 13-year-old independent bottling of Macallan.
For sure he did. So whatever. It was just a funny comment. Like. He's trying to make himself seem more experienced.
Yeah, that's annoying.
But he also is drinking distillate that came from the exact same distillery within a year.
Yeah, the problem is that like we've said those things about independent bottling Macallans for a long time.
No, and I get it. It's true. But we've also said, I bet you if you pull up the footage somewhere, we've said if Macallan decides to come out with a bottling that's a high ABV, age-stated whiskey, they could blow the socks off of every whiskey drinker on the entire planet.
We said that about almost every distillery, that they should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we definitely said that about Macallan somewhere
100%.
Somewhere in the rants over the years.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact I said that.
Yeah.
So I just want to find the video where I did say that so I can just like have it like on replay as you get into my channel.
Yeah.
Because people are going to criticize us liking this new 110. And there's nothing to criticize. It's good.
Yeah, we've been huge critics of Macallan, and we've been huge praisers of them as well.
Exactly.
So like, and that's with every distillery. I think there's pros and cons that we've mentioned about every single distillery, including Springbank, which is our favorite distillery.
Exactly.
We've said negative things about them all the time as well, because every distillery on this planet has some honey barrels here and there, and they can release some epic stuff. Even if you hate their core range, I guarantee you there's some good stuff that can be had.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. That's going to do it for us. Leave a comment down below if you tried these Kilkerran 16s, especially this new one, because this is kind of the outlier, I think, like in the Kilkerran 16 series. They're really going with a heavy first fill looking sherry.
Are they going to move away from this next year?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go back to the older.
I think that's probably what they do, you know. But we'll see.
How do they get that color with only 40%?
First fill, baby.
That's crazy.
Fresh casks.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe. I never say like and subscribe.
Yeah, you don't.
You know why I
We
don't?
should probably say
Because-
that early on, though.
Yeah,
Like in the beginning.
Fuck, you know, because people don't do it that late. They don't even watch at this point. They're gone.
Some people are gone by
Some
this
people are
point,
gone.
yeah.
We've marked it. It's gone.
Yeah, a lot of people are gone. To those who stuck around, thank you very much. We appreciate you guys.
And that's going to do it for us. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a good one. Cheers.